The big pie I saw had a large tower connected to it. I might be able to see it again from this hill. We'll get up there and we'll have a look around. But that's usually an indicator of a hospital or possibly a factory. Like it wasn't. It didn't look like a silo, not like a barn silo. It looked like one of the more industrial kind of chimneys, but a very thick one, very girthy, a very girthy chimney. No, I can't see it through the trees, unfortunately. So I imagine it was a factory. Oh well, we did our best, chat. Can't say we didn't. On our way back, we might be lucky. Maybe it dropped somewhere around here, and as we walk, suddenly the sky will be full of yellow smoke. But I'm giving up on that dream right now. If we happen upon it at some later date, that'll be a nice surprise. And to be honest, if we like randomly come across an airdrop chest later on, when our game stage is so much higher, we will end up with so much better loot from it. So I guess, you know, it isn't that bad. It could have been a cooling tower. Yeah. It could have been a cooling tower. It could have been a cracking tower as well. Actually, I don't know. Are there any oil refineries amongst the points of interest, the big points of interest in this game? I'm not sure there are. So it probably was a cooling tower. Deja vu, first stream. Yeah, I know. I've been losing these airdrops rather consistently so far. I think out of the 4, I think, including this one, I found one of them. Which isn't ideal. Not gonna lie. See, this is the point where I almost consider using a pistol shot to take this out. Okay. I think that was close. Unless it's already gone over the hill. Ah, good, honey. A little bit more infection resistance. On the plus side though, I've got loads of feathers from the bird's nest that I've been finding. For those of you who have joined and don't know why I'm destroying every loot container rather than leaving it there to respawn, I've actually got respawning loot off. Not a big fan of it, honestly. It feels weird. I mean, honestly, the bird's nest would feel less weird just because it's a bird's nest. It makes sense if something could come along and reuse that nest. But when it's like kitchen cubs and the likes, or cars, it's like, where are these new things coming from? Because I don't see any people. So I tend to run with the loot spawn turned off. There's loads of ways to get near limitless loot anyway, so you don't need it. You can quite happily trade with the trader, run quests. You know, once, because realistically, the quests respawn an entire point of interest anyway. So once you're at the point where really the only good looting is point of interest looting, then just run quests constantly. Well, we went on a big old wander. We've explored that road a little bit more, at the very least. That's not so bad. Right. Let's return to our horde base. We've got much upgrading to do. We got a huge lag spike. Did anyone else get a big lag spike? I'm not seeing any skipped or dropped frames or anything like that. That one might be a case of Twitch being twitchy, I'm afraid. Which honestly, as much as it's like, good, it's not my fault. There's a part of me that's like, well, I'd kind of prefer it to be something I could fix, though. You know, there are advantages to it being on my end because I can do something to control it. You got it here, but it's good now. Okay, looks like a Twitch refresh seemed to help it then. Twitch has been extremely twitchy of late. What on earth is that sound? That is definitely a sound in real life. I'm not sure if my adaptive noise cancellation is stripping that out of this, because it is basically a drone, so that's what it's particularly good at pulling out. But it sounded like, well, speaking of cooling towers, there was, back in Wales it was a long while ago. I was walking back from my job. I picked up a summer job. And it wasn't too far away. It was only like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 kilometers. So I was walking back to have my lunch before I went back. And as I was walking, I started hearing this weird buzzing. Now, sometimes auditory kind of artifacts are a sign that I'm about to suffer a migraine. So I was like, oh, really? I'm only halfway through my workday. This is not good. Oh well, not a lot I can do about it now. But as I kept walking, I saw other people kind of looking a little bit like taken aback, quizzical, I guess. Looking around as if they were trying to work out what was making the noise. I was like, oh, so I'm not the only one hearing it. And turns out that the wind was blowing at just the right angle and speed. One of the cooling towers at the refinery that was not far away, it was causing it to whistle. It was blowing across the top, like a bottle top. Sorry, like the mouth of a bottle. And it was just whistling. And the whistle kept getting louder and louder and louder. And they eventually just completely evacuated the site because they were worried that it was going to resonate violently enough that it would cause it to collapse. Initially, it was like, oh yeah, this is kind of a funny occurrence, and then it was like, oh, well, actually, this is kind of bad. This is really, really strong. We may be about to suffer a pretty bad thing going down. It didn't, thankfully, but it was an interesting situation to be sure. Let's grab that bacon and eggs now. Okay, well, we're going to be spending the night digging up clay and gathering up stone. So it's going to be a bit of a easy night, I guess. It's not going to be too bad. I do want it to be cobble. I guess I could lay down the wooden frames right now just to pop down the space that I'm going to be having here. Can I get that down? There we go. I want 1 space, 2 space. Ah, no, it's an even number. Why? Vexing. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be. I could have like fortifications. Yeah, I'll go with fortifications then, I guess. I was going to go with metal bars, but I guess not. I'm going to have to strip down the top of that. Now that I've got a better idea of what I'm doing here. A lot of wooden frames. You know what? Just tell me how many you can make. We will probably need a good 50 to finish this off. We'll have metal bars here and here, here and here. And I might adjust the frame a little bit to make it... It'll look really nice if I do. But that means I need to strip that back. Oh, I should have thought about that a little bit more before I started work. Oh, well, too late now. Too late now, chat. But this is the price of not planning it out first with frames. To be fair, I am the thing I'm considering doing is going to make it weaker for the sake of making it look better. And so naturally, I don't plan my designs around them being intentionally weak. Of course, I don't do that. But it is probably the most Aavak thing to do. To see something and be like, yeah, this is going to work really well. But what if I did this? Of course, it's not going to work as well anymore, but it's going to look better. And really, isn't that the most important thing? There's a problem with this place. I see no human leather bed for Yoko. Oh, my RimWorld plays leak their way into everything else I do. The Long Half, thank you very much for the support, mate. Diolch yn fawr. And Rex Noctis, sorry for missing your sub a little bit ago. Thank you very, very much for that. 22 months, no less. And the Long Half for 20 months. Ha, a button. And Senaru, thank you very much for 9 months as well. Here's to another month of great content and tea. Oh, I'm very glad that you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying creating it for you. To be honest, I had a big internal debate of whether I should stream this again so soon after the last time I streamed it, because today is the last day of the VODs from the previous stream going up on my archive channel. Exclamation mark archives. So I haven't yet uploaded the full run yet, and typically my kind of rule. It's more of a guide, I guess, since I didn't follow it this time, is not to upload, not to stream a game until I've fully uploaded the archive from that game, the VODs from that game, to my second channel, so that anyone who's following along doesn't start feeling like they've got to skip a stream in order not to spoil it for themselves. But I really want to play this. And I think with streaming, it's important for me to indulge the things I'm excited about a little bit more. Twitchiness continues. That one definitely was me, though. Ah, okay. A bit jittery. Yeah, okay. When I alt-tab out, the twitchiness goes completely, even though the game is still being broadcast to you. But if I'm alt-tabbed, it seems to be okay. It's only when I'm tabbed into the game is that happening. That's so weird. I'll tab back in, and we'll see if it happens again. Yep, immediately happening. Okay. So, what we're going to do is, in order to fix this, there's clearly a graphical option in the game. I'll drop it down a bit, and we'll go from there. If the first couple of streams didn't have any issue, it's only this recent one. I'll get that sorted now. But it's weird how it's not causing it when I'm not in game. Like, when I've got the game up. But let's just drop it down to high and see how that works. All right. Hopefully that helps out a little bit. I might need to drop out and jump back in. We'll see in a second. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to close this down and come back in, so just bear with me a moment. There we are. I'll log all the way back out of the game, because last time I hadn't rebooted my computer in I don't know, weeks. So I thought, maybe there's a bit of baggage, bit of memory leak somewhere. I'll just do a fresh reboot before we start today. But no, that does not seem to be the case. Is it any better now? Still sounds as if I'm underwater. Time for Factory Town. No. No, this will be fine. It'll probably just be related to the quality settings. But it is weird how it just creeps up. Alright, let's go into options. for height. We'll just drop that down. So, oh, right, I was changing that one instead of the quality preset. That was okay. Pop that on and see if that helps a bit. Yeah, I think it probably is something that 7 Days was doing. Since it's the only game that's done that, and only since the second stream where I popped the quality back up. But it only pops up here and there. I'm not really sure what it's doing. It's probably something to do with disk usage, maybe loading, unloading a chunk. The problem is, the only way for me to test it is to stream and then, have, the task manager up and properly look at what the computer's doing. But the moment I alt-tab out of it, it syncs. The other thing I could possibly do is not run it in full screen, because it didn't seem to have any problem at all at rendering, because it was still rendering it when I was alt-tabbed out. I just wasn't in the game. So we'll see how that works. Wow, that was crazy. The moon just flying across the sky. But yeah, it's a lot better now. Sorry about that little glitch in the matrix there, peeps. Hopefully, when I rebuild my gaming PC, this will be a problem of the past, and my laptop can go back to just happily dealing with the encoding, whilst the gaming PC deals with everything else. So I've modified my goal with the gaming PC. I am going to build it as if it needs to do both jobs. So like a single PC setup. A single PC, a PC that can handle both jobs, but only needs to do one of them, is fine. A PC that is only built to handle one job, but then needs to do both of them, yeah, that's where the problem comes. I mean, I don't even know what would have happened if I didn't have this laptop, which at the time was a bit of an overkill purchase, considering I just wanted it as a kind of a backup for rendering videos and handling the streams and stuff like that, and maybe something that I could take with me, do a little bit of work on the go if I was at a convention or something like that. And now it's been basically taken on the entire job of streaming and handling everything to do with my streams. Oh, good. Did I get both of them? I think I did. That is a bear. I disapprove. I'm going to be up here, where the bear can't get me. Now, I'll be keeping a close eye on frames and such. The worst part is that Twitch is twitching sometimes, which makes it hard to isolate when it's me versus Twitch. I should have used the challenge, shouldn't I? Damn it. Let me use this challenge. Read. Unless you got shiver brains, you probably know we've been following you. Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, let me get right to the point. We want you to join the Willies. But first, you'll have to pass this initiation for us to consider it. So look at the minnow's dick. Willy. Really? Okay. Weird. Hello. Could get down there and in... Oh, really? You're going to break my candles, aren't you, scoundrel? Why would you? Why would you break my candles? I mean, I guess because, I'm attacking you from above with arrows and shooting you in the shoulder. That's actually a fairly good reason to break my candles, I suppose. As much as I don't want my candles broken, I guess I accept. Slicker than the ministry. Why? I'm not sure I want to join the Willies. You weird individual. I will accept whatever reward you have for this quest, though. I swear, if you can climb ladders, I'm noping out. Okay. Broke a load of my things, but that's fine. Really? Only that many of them back? You didn't break my candles, though. Hooray. I am actually happy with this. Porcupines new in Alpha 19. I know, right? I just recently got a new laptop and was so excited to play 7 Days to Die. Until I realized I have no dedicated memory on my new laptop. You have no dedicated memory on your laptop? How's that even work? But wow, I'm so sorry. That must have been quite a disappointment when you realized. Okay, that's a decent amount of meat there. I need to get my hunting skill up though, so that I can gather more and more and more. Ugh. We also need to remove these. Good morning, Aberashkin Patchy! It died to a trap, so it didn't count for the quest. That's vexing, but not entirely unexpected. I mean, there is like 128 megabytes dedicated memory, but not near enough to run games like 7 Days to Die. Yeah, you need gigabytes for that. 100... Wait, 100... No, you must be wrong. 100... There is no way... Unless it's like a Raspberry Pi. I can't imagine it running with 128 megabytes of memory. And it wouldn't even make any sense for it to be 128 megabytes of hard disk space. Not these days. Maybe like, I don't know, 70s or something. Yeah, the archers are coming along nicely. Little by little, bit by bit. Now, this is the plan that I have. It's going to look great, I tell myself. What are you? There you go. I want this on the face. Tunk. One on this face. Tunk. There. Now I need my nail gun. I also need my light. I've annoyed the zombies. Hello. Sucks to be you. Oh. Stole my thumber, zombie. Why? Now about midway through. Is that a zombie? No, I don't think so. We'll have these come back out. So, advanced rotation. Dunk. And now we can... Actually, I should be able to copy rotation, shouldn't I? Is it a copy rotation? Yes. Oh, wait, no. I did that wrong. My bad. I should have copied the other rotation on this. Now, it's going to look like I should be able to put a candle there, and that bothers me so much that you can't half-place objects on something this large, but it's fine, ultimately. Copy rotation. There. Now, it's going to look like I should be able to put a candle there. I'm not going to be able to. And that vexes me. But... Actually, with these firing angles, they're a bit narrow. Like, they're a bit severe, but in the wrong direction. I kind of want the firing angles to be outwards. Like, wide rather than narrow. Yeah, I'm going to have to strip these down, now that I've seen what they look like. Yeah. I think what we are going to want then is to have the flat side there. Like so. So that gives me a much wider firing angle. It's not ultimately going to make a lot of difference over here, but it'll make a difference when I'm behind it and I'm firing out. Right, finally time to repair my tools. I've got an extra skill point to use, but I'm saving up for 2 so I can get a bicycle. That's ultimately my goal. For this stream, if I don't have a bicycle at the end of it, I will consider the stream a fail. Even if we survive the Horde Night, my goal is not simply to survive the Horde Night. My goal is to get a bicycle so that I can be much more mobile and able to deal with quests a bit better. This is going to be fortification so that I can shoot out. We'll have iron bars in there. This will all be, you know, stone. And we'll have spikes along the outside. And this pattern will be repeated all the way around this fort. I hope. Now, I'm going to need to make a lot more cobblestone rocks. And for that, I now need more stone. But while I'm out here gathering it anyway, I may as well be down in my mine. Gathering iron as well. We need to make a hatch there, really, don't I? Yes, I do. Also need to pull down some of these supports a little bit more. I think I'm going to work on that right now. Just for my own peace of mind, really, more than anything. Ugh. Start first. Aha! Oh, I'm going to be out of stamina then. Alright, fine, I'll do it from over here. Annoying, but fine. Oh, that was a corner section. Ah, damn. Alright. We'll replace that block. And I'll run these frames down from here instead. Have a drink. We're doing a lot of heavy work right now. There we go. This will also allow me to place some more candles down here as well, which will be very helpful later. Because the deeper that we go with this mine, the harder it's going to be for us to see. I'm at day 21, making my 4x4. I never take perks that just unlock recipes. I was lucky and got a 4x4 recipe. Wow. The entire 4x4 recipe? Because that the thing with that is you need the chassis, you need the... Well, actually... No, I suppose you wouldn't. You could buy the chassis, you could buy all of the other gear. The only thing you wouldn't be able to buy necessarily, though I suppose you could buy an entire 4x4, but the odds of you finding that in a trader is fairly slim. But you would need to be able to assemble the final part, so yeah, that makes sense. But very good luck on that. 2 ladder sections. Wait, that's a little bit better and more secure now for us. As a general. In the previous save, I found both parts of a 4x4 by the 7th day. Wow. I imagine that's no longer possible. I strongly suspect that the devs have fixed the loot tables, because that would take a lot of the progression out of the game and the fun of the progression for me. Thank you very much, Halcyon Nova. Very kind of you. 3rd month, 2nd best month. Please put some love in chat for Halcyon Nova there. Thank you. Yeah, I can hear music and that is quite often these days playing when there are zombies nearby. Let's go ahead and make some more cobblestone. We're going to need a lot for what we're working on. Let's just bring this whole area down to this level. And then we'll go back up. In fact, that'll probably be morning by then. I remember there was a place somewhere on the map that was Loot Heaven. Is it still in there? Or did they remove it? I don't recall the name of the place. Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you that if you don't know what the place was. What it was called. There we go. So we're coming up now towards day 17. We've got 3 days before the earliest Horde Night. The earliest potential for the Horde Night to spawn. The Horde Night can happen on day... Oh, actually, no. I keep thinking it's day 4 until day 9, but it's not. It's day 6 until day... sorry, day 5 until day 9, but it's day 6 until day 8. No, yeah, it will be day 20 is the earliest, because we started this one 2 days in. I keep forgetting that. I knew I would as well. Strip out all of this iron. We're going to need a lot of iron spikes. Now that I'm actually moving some of the fortifications forward, we're going to need a lot of iron spikes.